Hey, good afternoon, evening, everyone. All about fishing with Big Kev. Hey, we decided to spend a little time down in the basement in my fishing room this evening. Got a little rain, cold front coming in, possible severe weather, and so we got some work to do down here anyway in the basement on some equipment. I kind of buffaloed a couple rods this last weekend when we were out fishing. I got brand new 13 fishing bait casters and put lures on them. I forgot to set the reel and went to jack one out and bird nested two of them actually doing that. Totally brain dead. So got in some of my hooks. I don't know if you guys can see those. They're a 3/0 hook, floating head, all kinds of colors. It's what we use when we drift fish for blue cats, walleyes, wipers, and got all kinds of colors here. So we'll have to put that in our mini Walmart store over here next to me. But anyway, got another brand new rod in, or reel. I don't know if you can see that. I guess it's over this shoulder. The 4 G-Man 2 boxes over there. So I got 4 of those reels in. And this is what I screwed up. So I'm getting ready to string up the reels. And I use pretty religiously, I guess, because I've had such great luck with it. This Berkeley Big Game fishing line. I like it. It's not an expensive line. And I've had good luck with it. It's a monofilament line. I don't worry about all that hype and stuff of other lines. So just trying to use a good line that works, and this has always worked for me. So these 13 fishing G2, what do they call these things? The Inception G2. You guys heard me talk about them in the past. They're really a smooth reel, and I've been buying these at Bass Pro for about $80 off retail. They seem to be clearancing them out for new models, and I'm always a sucker for a good deal. I don't know if half you guys go blind when you get old, but I cannot see anything hardly. There. So anyway, we thought we'd spool up some reels, clean up some reels. But I also ordered me, I use Vexan rods. I love the Vexan casting rods. And I'll show you one here in a minute. I got one down here and I got another one coming. And great rods. But the majority of my rods are medium heavy. This one I've got coming in from Vexan is going to be a medium, 6'10", 6 foot 10 inch medium, and it's excited to get it. I'm gonna pair it up with one of these 13 fishing reels, 12-pound line, see what we can do with it. And I've had really good. The rod I got is called the Strike Back. They got 3 different casting rods for bass. I got several rods. I got walleye rods, catfish rods, crappie. I use their crappie rods. They got really good crappie rods. And then I use the casting rods. And so I really like it. It's called the Strike Back series. And trying to see which one I brought down here. So it's Strike Back series. As you can see, it's one I was using this weekend when I buffaloed that reel. So I got to redo that reel. Boy, I put that on good too. But this one's medium heavy, and it's a Vexan rod. This one is this is a 6/8 medium heavy. And this is what they call the Strike Back, or the Strike Back series. This is the V68 MH medium heavy. But these are a IMA graphite rod, stainless steel eyes, Fuji reel set. And I'll tell you what, it's a great sensitive rod for the money. These rods are less than $90, really. On Vexan.com, so check them out. Actually, I'll do you one better than that. Right now, when you get these, any rod, at Vexan, any rod you buy at Vexan, they give you a basically it's kind of a goodie bag. It's you get a rod sleeve to protect your rod. You get a neck gaiter for either the sun or the cold, however you want to use it. You get some treble hooks, some number 10 fancy treble hooks for fishing, and then a Vexan decal. And that's all free with the rod purchase. If you use Big Kev 15, BIGKEV 15, when you check out, that'll give you an additional discount off of any purchase on the website. So check out Vexan.com. You can't go wrong. They got reels too, a real good strike back reel. Now the problem is I'm backwards fisherman. I use left hand retrieve, and right now they've got just right hand retrieve. So I'm putting these 13 fishing reels on. But check them out at Vexan.com. So I'm going to pair a couple of these reels up with Vexan rods. And these will be my go-tos. And like I said, everything I have so far is a medium heavy rod. And I ordered a medium. So we'll see how that pans out. But I don't know if you guys have watched the last video of out at Milford Lake catching blue cats. That was really interesting. It was a very windy day. And usually you catch your best fish when you can barely keep the boat on the water. But we had a good time fishing. Caught some nice blues. Check out the video. And actually, we caught a real nice, almost 10-pound blue that was legal to take. About 15 foot off the boat ramp, it seemed like. We're just on the other side of the wave break. So I like fishing like that. You don't use any gas. But it was a nice blue. My brother-in-law actually caught it. We caught it on them floating hooks I was showing you, with just a regular live worm on it, and 1 ounce weight, getting it to the bottom in about 25-foot water. Every time we put the boat in the lake there, you see tons of fish sitting there. And this time we decided to just park the boat and see if they were really there, and they were. And caught some good fish. So we had a great time doing that. And you guys can't see this. Let me move the camera over there. That's what I'm grabbing when I'm grabbing stuff. I keep all my extra goodies in here for when I need it. The stores are closed. So I got my floating hooks and my H&H spinners, flicker shad, Vexan, crankbaits, terminal tackle, you name it. I keep a good supply of about everything that I normally use. And then I got some stuff up here that I don't even use at all. But you always find a place for it. Somewhere, someplace. And like I said, you don't have it, just go get it, because you can always find it, or always need it, or don't have it and need it, or something. There. Oh, so what I grabbed is an H&H. Move the camera back. So what I grabbed is an H&H white spinner. Religiously use these things. Love these things. You guys watch my videos, you'll see about every cast I have an H&H spinner on. 9 times out of 10, it's a white one. And we catch a ton of fish on them. Enjoy it. So we like them. In case you're wondering, I like to use, when I can, Palomar knot. I don't know how many of you know how to tie a Palomar knot. It's very simple. I can hang on to the string. So basically just loop I got a loop in the line. See that? So basically you're just going to do a overhand knot. Then you got a loop. Put your lure through it. Wet your knot, pull it tight. Always wet your knot before you pull it tight so that you don't cause any heat on your line. And weaken your line. Just be careful of the hook. This one, the hook's not in it. You got to add the hook. See, there's no hook here. There's an eye on the back of that. I run the hooks on the upslope. So I'm going to run the hook in like that, and now my hook's on. See my hook in there? So that one's ready to go, except I'm going to get this thing set so I don't do it. See what I did last time. So I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to go ahead and set my break in between everything. So about 6, so I'm going to go to 3. Close it up, lock her down. And then I don't know if you guys ever seen setting a bait caster, but put your thumb on there. Your thumb's your friend. Let that lure go to the bottom. When it hits the floor, this spool should stop. Keep your thumb on it so you don't backlash. Right now, it just slammed the floor and the reel just kept spinning. So you got to tighten your knob up. So you want to hold your rod at a 45, push the button, see it didn't move. I'm going to turn this knob just a little bit. There it goes. Reel pretty much stopped. No more spinning, hit the floor. So that's set pretty good until I get out to the lake and try it out. And of course, you'll reset it based on your wind and everything. And to be honest with you, you don't have to cast them at 900 feet, half a mile out in the water to. And then always store your reels with the drag off. That saves your reel. So that's how I'm setting that up. And as you can see, I really messed this one up. And I think we had 30 plus mile gusts Sunday, and I threw this right in. The wind was in my face and didn't have it set. And boy, it just went to town and messed up everything. So went against everything I tried to teach everybody. Just got excited and grabbed it and took off. And we actually caught a white bass this weekend, so they're active and getting crazy. So that's good. And we caught a drum. Last 3 times been out, ain't seen a drum, ain't seen a fish with scales on it, period. So it was good to see those. Now we got this big fronts colliding over us with severe weather and stuff today, tonight, I guess. And then we got a couple days of good stuff. And then again, Friday, it's going to hit us. And then Easter weekend, we're going to have a good, boy, look at the bearings going that reel. That thing just spins and spins and spins. We got Easter weekend. The weather's supposed to be somewhat nice. And then we'll see what the next week after that brings. We'll be back out on the water. And probably head back out to Milford. See if we can't catch some more goodies. Boy, those fillets we got off those blue cat were about 1 inch thick. They were huge, big, nice fillets. And it was good eating fish, blue cat. I don't know if you guys have ate that. Blue cat's a lot milder than catfish. A lot whiter meat, tastes good. And we broil ours or bake it in the oven. It does a lot better in the oven, and don't have all that oil and grease from frying it. So, all that there. So we'll spool up another one. Well, I'll tell you what. Eye doctor says, get trifocals. That way you can see up close, you can see up far, you can see there, you can see there. I need to go beyond trifocals. I need probably 8 different lenses in my glasses or something. Tough to see. But anyway, life and time of life as a fisherman, I guess, constantly working on equipment or out enjoying the water. Never ends. Again, this is some Berkeley big game 12 pound. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this in the stores. Trilene Berkeley big game. Good line. Really like it. Really reasonably priced too. I'm not a professional fisherman enough to where I got to go buy all that high expensive line and put 50 different lines on 50 different rods. And I use what works for me, and that's what it is. I was talking to an old boy out at the lake. While I was waiting on my brother-in-law, he was looking at my boat, and I got one of them water splashers on the back of my lund for wiper and stuff like that. Simulates a shad boil. If you look at some of the videos, you'll see me building it and putting it on the boat. He come up and want to know what that was. And I told him what it was. He said, my gosh, does that make a lot of noise? I said, that's the whole idea. Well, I remember fishing with my dad out at Cheney Lake. And man, if you even screamed or yelled or slipped in the bottom of the boat or did anything to make noise, you got in trouble. Now we're trying to make all the noise we can to catch fish. They even sell $400 and $500 noise speakers, that wave or whatever they call it. So there's all kinds of stuff out there to try to catch fish. So I remember growing up as a kid fishing. Just a 16-foot fiberglass old boat Dad had with a motor, and we didn't have a flasher. We didn't have a depth finder. Of course, your high-end depth finders like we got today, they didn't have those back then. We didn't have that stuff. We had basic poles. We didn't have live wells in our boat. We didn't have all that stuff, and we caught a lot of fish. And now I got all this technology, and people think you got to have it all to catch fish, and you really don't. But they sell it, we buy it, and that's how it goes. So that one was actually in good shape. So we'll hang that one up for a spare. Oh. But anyway, I hope everybody's getting a chance to get out on the water and try things. Yeah, this is the other one I messed up. See, wide H&H spinner. And getting a chance to do things or whatever. We're going to get in that weather pattern to where it's nice during the week and crappy weekends for us workers. That ain't good. But what do you do? Mother Nature's always ruling the roost, isn't she? But, well, I'm going to go ahead and get this one fixed up and get it put to bed. I just wanted to get on and say hi and kind of show some things. Again, check out Vexan.com on them strike back rods or any of their rods. I've got their crappie rods and I got their strike back bass rods. Crappie rods are awesome rods, and they're out in my boat, I think, or in the garage. But these strike back rods from Vexan, I really like them for the money. They got higher end rods, IM10 rods. But check them out. They're well worth your money. They work great. Got a great sensitivity on them. And then check out their website. They got a lot of goodies. So, hey, thanks for checking in. All about fishing with Big Kev. Hope to see y'all out on the water soon.